Ladies and gentlemen, welcome today to the Folds of Honor Quick Trip 250 at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. It is a clouded 84-degree day for these drivers as they are going to test some interesting and somewhat slick conditions around this bumpy mile-and-a-half racetrack. It is another 550 racetrack so far on the season. We've had quite a few of them, and in the last one, our driver on the career mode, Keegan Schneider has gotten the win. In fact, he has won each of the last two races, winning at Las Vegas and then on the short track at Phoenix. Can he be the first rookie to ever win 3 races in a row in the NASCAR Cup Series? We'll have to find out here today. Like, share, and subscribe for more daily NASCAR content as we are about to get in to this race. But first and foremost, welcome everybody again to the stream as we are about to check out the starting lineup for today's race. Kyle Busch and Denny Hamlin will be on the front row. Christopher Bell and Martin Truex Jr. will be in row 2. So the first 2 rows, all Joe Gibbs Racing qualifying 1, 2, 3, 4 today. Kyle Larson and Kurt Busch will be in row number 3. Look out for Larson, the Hendrick Motorsport cars in real life this year. The ones to beat on the 550 tracks. Alex Bowman won the last one. William Byron won at Homestead. They're 2 for 2 so far on the 550 tracks. We'll see if they can go 3 for 3. Joey Logano, Chase Elliott will be in row 4. Just mentioned about Hendrick Motorsport's success. He's obviously starting in the top 10. Logano, though, the highest running Ford in qualifying, 7th. That could be a little concerning for them going forward for today's race. Matt DiBenedetto and Austin Dillon will be in row number 5. Both looking for their first wins of the year. For DiBenedetto, looking for his first win of his career. We've had 4 different winners in the first 5 races. Schneider winning the last 2. Byron won before that. So it's a 3-race win streak for Hendrick Motorsports coming into this race today. Kyle Busch will lead the field to the green, and we are underway in the Folds of Honor Quick Trip 250 at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Game kind of delayed our start for whatever reason. Now we're about a full second off the back of the pack. Schneider should have a decently fast car for this race today. Oh, is that right? Wedge 2. Okay, so it seems like for whatever reason the game actually saved my adjustments that I have from the custom schedule season for the start of this race. It usually does not transfer from one race to the next. Usually you have to just, your setup has to like it just resets automatically. But the setup has reset. So Schneider has his looser setup like he would want it, meaning he may not have to make any adjustment changes in this race today. I was planning on short pitting at lap 43, which would have been, again, this is scheduled. So this is scheduled for a 2-stop race today. You can go as far as 60 laps on fuel. So what I was planning on was pitting at lap 43 and then making the final 2 runs 60 laps in hopes that a caution would not come out. But I guess we don't have to do that right now. A giant pack of cars up there racing each other pretty hard. Schneider's not really getting to these guys. Everybody pretty much running full throttle though, so it's a little harder to gain time. Even though the Hendrick engine power, Hendrick Childress engine power for the Chevrolets, or at least especially for the 48, a Hendrick Chevy of Schneider, not able to close in quite that quick. Got some cars in front of him right now. Austin Cindric, Ty Dillon trying to go to the outside and catch some clean air. Oh boy, 3 wide to the outside on the front stretch. It's going to be narrow into 1. 3 wide does not work that well in this game, but that was all Schneider had to do to try and get as much clean air as possible. He still has not cleared the 33 to Cindric. Still underneath them. No longer 3 wide now, but they are side by side. They're catching these cars in front of him very, very fast. 62 of Brendan Gaughan, Joey Gase into 53, 3 wide. Cindric and Schneider trying to split these guys 3 wide as they clear the 53 of Gase. At least Schneider did. And now Schneider clears the 62 of Gaughan. They can pull down to the inside of the racetrack into turns 1 and 2. That was something. The back of the pack, Schneider up to 36 though, and he's making moves early. And him trying to take it 3 wide. Or sorry, trying to catch the clean air rather. He's going to consider taking it 3 wide into turn 1. Trying to get as much clean air as he can. I don't know, 3 wide doesn't work in this game too well, but he's making passes right now. And he'll go 3 wide to the top again. On James Davidson and Anthony Alfredo. Will he have room off the exit of 4? A little contact with Davidson. Into the wall on the front stretch. That was just a big mistake for Schneider. I think getting into Davidson in the middle of the corner kind of launched the 48 car up the track off the exit of the corner. Hopefully that didn't hurt him too much. Doesn't seem like it has, damage purpose-wise. Gets to the outside of Cody Ware gonna give him room. Luckily, because he wasn't 3 wide, Davidson cleared him on the bottom, so that's probably why Ware gave Schneider a little bit of room there, pulling off of the side skirt of the 48. Schneider running near full throttle on the top at Atlanta, even 14 laps into the run. Again, a lot of it is simply because he's got the cleanest air of anybody. 3, 4 wide at Atlanta. This is not going to work. This is not going to work. 4 wide and contact is made. Oh my goodness. Are they going to make it into 1? A little scrape off the wall for Schneider. Nothing major there. They're still 4 wide in turns 1 and 2. And now they're back to 3 by 3. Schneider trying to side draft the cars behind him. He gets into the back of the 52, and he saves it. Oh, all that track position lost. And he's right back to 36th again. To hang in there like he did, 4 wide, scraping the wall, luckily not cutting a tire down doing so. But then he got a little loose as they checked up into turn 3, and he got in the back of the 52, and the 52 lost the ground too. It wasn't like it was just Schneider. Oh my gosh, I did not think they were going to make it 4 wide at Atlanta, especially in this game. I don't even think I've hardly tested 4 wide in this game, and there's a reason for it. He's committed to rolling the top 3 wide. Time he makes contact, though, you're at risk of blowing a tire. Hey, he's got really tight in the dirty air behind James Davidson. It's just not working at all. Like, as soon as he starts to gain headway, he loses that time back again. He got tight behind Davidson, and you saw him pull closer and closer to that back bumper. Oh my goodness, and he slides right in front of the 52 of Josh Bilicki, right behind the 78 of McLeod. My hands are already sweating. We're only on like lap 18. This is intense as it gets at the back of the pack at Atlanta. Schneider going to try the bottom. Not something he wants to do, knowing he may get squeezed to the apron. He's willing to test it. 3 wide. Oh, that was a bold pass on Newman and Davidson. I don't think he's made a easy pass by any means in this race so far today. I think they've all been bold. Back to the outside into turns 1 and 2 as he carried a lot of momentum there. In the dirty air of LaJoie, but he actually surprisingly did not jump way up the track tight. Got very lucky that was not the case. Going to remain on the outside into turns 3 and 4, and I think Schneider is going to get his way through this mess. He's so close. And he can see the light at the end of the tunnel. He's up to 26th. He's going to clear LaJoie down into turns 1 and 2. He's going to hop to the bottom. Eric Jones in front of him in the dirty air, so he's going to lift a little bit extra, but kind of playing it safe. But right back to single file. He's got to make sure he keeps those cars behind him still. Big corner entry. He's going to hold full throttle. Jones took really wide entrance into the corner. Schneider got around him, but Jones was able to hop back in line on the bottom before losing more ground to LaJoie and Priest behind him. I cannot believe we made it. I don't think there has been a race in this game. This is, as of me recording it, the 6th career mode race. As of me recording this on the custom schedule season, I ran 22 races. I don't think we've made it out of a mess like that ever. I think we've wrecked every time, and we made it this time around. That is unbelievable. Back in the dirty air again as he pulls behind Bubba Wallace in the 23. He'll tap the brakes getting into turns 1 and 2 there, and he's going to lose a little bit of ground doing so. Might have to go back to the outside again. He's got a lot of clean air in front of these 4 cars, though, if he could just get around these guys. Can't hold full throttle at this point to run anymore, especially dirty air behind the 47 of Stenhouse on the outside. Stenhouse did not get a good corner. Schneider gets the run off the banking, 3 wide to the bottom. It's going to be risky if he's 3 wide bottom into the corner. Luckily, he clears the 47 and the 23 in time. Risky passes all race long, and again, it usually does not work in this game. It's the patience factor, but Schneider, in 23 laps, knows that he needed to go. If he was going to want a good shot to win this race, knowing it's only 50%, that's why he took off the way he did. Suarez clears McDowell off turn 4. Schneider clears McDowell at the start-finish line. Now he's underneath Suarez and should make the pass into 1 and 2 and does. On corner entry, he clears the 99. McDowell's going to try to cross Suarez back over again, it looks like, and they're side-by-side. Well, Schneider's got the clean air. He should pull him into turns 3 and 4. 21st for Schneider. I mean, you got clean air, but when you're, you don't even realize how many seconds off the lead you are. You don't even know if all those leaders are in that lead pack or not. It's hard to tell if it is exactly 20 cars. From about, at least 5 seconds back for Schneider's sake compared to those guys. Hasn't really gained much on him over the last 10 laps like he did the first 5 laps after lap 26 when he got through all those cars. He's definitely closing right away when he was able to go full throttle, but past halfway through the run, he can't do that anymore, really, on both ends of the racetrack now. The only problem with short pitting is you got to hope a caution doesn't come out. Because that would trap Schneider a lap down, and that would end his chances of winning the race. They're going to stay out this time no matter what. Seems like he's catching those guys. Lap 43 at the start-finish line. So this would be the lap to pit if Schneider pits. And I still don't know. It seemed like he has gained a lot of time here over the last few laps. He's going to pit. Schneider's going to short pit. That round of wedge is going to come out of the race car. He's going to stay committed to the strategy he had coming into the race, even though he ran better than what he thought he was going to originally. 45 miles an hour is the pit road speed limit. He gets there in time. He'll have the first pit box. Round of wedge coming out of the car. 4 tires and fuel for the 48 of Schneider. His first of 2 pit stops scheduled for the day. And we'll see if the strategy will work like it did at Vegas. This time he's short pitting instead of long pitting. But at a track like Atlanta, there is no other track like it on the circuit that wears tires out. At least for the schedule this season. Again, he will lose 1 lap. He's going to catch all these groups of cars that he already passed as well. But he should cycle to the lead. It's going to be how big of a lead is he going to have as he leaves the pit lane. Kyle Busch still leads this race after starting on the pole, all things considered here, as he tries to get his first win of the season. Harvick and Kyle Larson behind him. Harvick actually won on the custom schedule season at Atlanta. Though, again, that was a 400-mile race, 250 miles, a big difference here. But Schneider lifts a little bit off course so he can get the car to turn down to the bottom in the dirty air to pass all these guys. On this inside lane, 3 wide on corner entry into turn 1. It's going to be risky. McDowell pulls down right in front of him. Contact with the back of the 34. Just the speed difference there as McDowell pulled down on top of the 48 of Schneider. Schneider got a little loose, but he hangs on to it. Oh, had to hit the brakes. There's a big checkup into turn 3. That's going to cost him 2. Going to try to get that speed back on corner entry as he gets to the inside of the 99 of Suarez. This is definitely costing him some time here. This lap traffic is costing the 48 time. Hops to the bottom again. So McDowell tries to get to the inside of the 23. Couldn't do it. Schneider gets to the inside of the 34. Should pass these guys getting into turn 3. They're going to have to lift. He doesn't have to at this point in the run, and will clear him. So that cost him for about 2 laps. So now he's got the clean air. He's got about 10 seconds to the back of the lead cars in front of him. Standing on the gas, full throttle. We'll get to the inside of him off turn 4. Now we have cars pitting. So cars are pitting at lap 56. That's just shy of lap 60. That is actually really interesting because Schneider was expecting to be able to go a little longer. He just passed Busch for position. Busch was the leader. So he really only had fresh tires for about 13 to 14 laps. Originally expecting to have fresher tires longer than that. And you wonder if Schneider's going to be able to make it 60 laps on fuel with the pace in this race car. Schneider should cycle back to the lead. The Wallace going to pull up down the back straightaway. Schneider was expecting that. Not all the leaders have pit yet. Tyler Reddick has actually scored the race leader right now. Oh boy, car getting loose. That was Tyler Reddick off of turn 4 trying to transition off the bumpy bank into the track to the bumpy apron on the racetrack here at Atlanta. Schneider scored in 5th right now, so still waiting on 4 cars in front of him to pit. Kyle Busch is about 2 seconds behind him, so pitting 13 to 14 laps earlier than the field. 13 laps to be exact. It was lap 56 so compared to lap 43 for Schneider. So 13 lap difference in tires right now. That's going to be a factor. Kyle Busch will close back in on the 48 of Schneider. Hopefully adjustment changes can kind of even it out a little bit. Good news is both cars are able to go full throttle at this point in the run. But when Schneider ends up having to lift and Busch is still able to go full throttle, that's going to be the big difference. New leader, though. New leader off the exit of turn 2. It'll be an official lead change at the start-finish line this time by. And Schneider is going to lead at Atlanta in his quest to try and win 3 races in a row in just the first 6 races of his career. No rookie has ever won 3 races in a row in NASCAR history, let alone your first 6 races. Kyle Busch, though, is closing in quickly. Caution's out! Oh, this is interesting. Caution is out on the racetrack. Schneider has the lead, but this is going to punch the entire field behind him, and he's going to pit. Schneider will pit. No adjustment changes this time. Not going to repair any damage. I think he has to pit. From the lead, we'll see if everybody else comes. I think they might. I think they might pit. Only because Atlanta tires matter so much. And if he can pit here, he'll be back on the same fuel strategy. And he'll have a couple of fresher tires, so he might be able to drive through the field if he loses spots in the pit lane. That's if he loses spots. We'll see. Schneider restarts from the lead, so he has won the race off of pit road. Green flag is back in the air at Atlanta. That could have been the best thing for Schneider. Caution came out while he was leading. Everything cycled through, though, so a lot of these cars are still, or at least should be, on the lead lap. Austin Dillon in 9th. Okay, so for whatever reason, the game has lapped all but... the game has lapped the top 8, essentially. We'll see if they pit off of turn 4 this time. Schneider's on the right side of a caution for the 3rd straight race, perhaps. We got a couple cars pitting, but most of them are going to stay out. I think only 2 cars pit there. So Schneider just pitted under the yellow. He can definitely make it on 2 stops to the end now. So if we're going, or 1 stop to the end from now. So originally it was looking like it was going to be a 2-stop race. Now it's a 3-stop race because of the caution. You wanted to pit during the yellow. Pretty much everybody else did as well. It trapped everybody from 9th on back a lap down, unfortunately. Whether they were lap down or not before the yellow, definitely not that many cars were lap down. I think we lapped up to about 20th, or at least 21st. Bell and Truex probably were the last couple cars in the lead lap, if I had to guess. But man, Busch was coming too. He was only a half a second behind Schneider off turn 2 when the caution waved. And now, with the randomized order too on the restart, lap cars were in front of the lead lap cars. Somebody else in the lead lap looks like they pit, so Austin Dillon's now in 8th. Where are these leaders at? Are they faster than Schneider after the adjustment change and on equal tires compared to the 48? I believe everybody pits, so I would assume everybody's on fresh tires here. It's a 1-stop race to the end for the 48, and once he gets to 60 laps to go, he will pit, whether he's got the lead or does not have the lead. He is going to pit. I mean, that could have been a perfect caution. We not only still had the lead, which allowed for Schneider to win the race out of the pits. That was a tough decision to pit both times, both under the yellow and before the green to short pit. The short pitting actually worked. I don't know if it would have worked for the long haul because Busch was only half a second behind us, but because the caution came out, that was insane. Kevin Harvick, 2.5 seconds back in 2nd. He was in the top 3 before the pit stops. Him, Larson, and then Kyle Busch, of course, was the leader and has led the most laps up to this point, but Schneider kept the back of him in turns 1 and 2, so he's in the dirty area, lifts quite a bit. He's going to have to get through him quickly, so he doesn't lose too much of his lead, but he also does have a 5.5 second lead that he's going to try to be a little bit patient. Not going to risk anything too much. We'll wait for everything to kind of cycle its way through. He sits behind these guys in turns 3 and 4. You don't want to wreck the race car. Not with a gigantic lead. Really trusting his pit crew right now, too. Definitely trusting his pit crew quite a bit right now. Everybody that is in front of him is all lapped down already as it is. Big run off the exit at turn 2. He's going to go all the way to the bottom. Oh, this is going to be interesting. 4 wide! 4 wide into turn 3, and Schneider makes it through. Okay, that's not... It looked like they were about 4 wide. Oh, that's the... What, is that the 2nd time now in this race that we've been 4 wide? Now, we'll never know that. The race really reset itself with the caution, but... Schneider making moves. Oh, he's feeling risky. 3 wide to the bottom, and he gets by the 17 and the 37. Oh, and he gets tagged! He got tagged by Buescher, and he saves it off turn 4. Oh, my goodness. What a save for Schneider off the exit of turn 4. Chris Buescher got into the left rear quarter panel. He was riding the brakes, drifting off the exit of the corner, and he made it. My goodness. He made the 3 wide pass, but Buescher just got into him. Schneider had to lift a little bit because how flat he entered the corner to make the 3 wide move, but he cleared him, and Buescher stayed in the gas where Schneider had to lift, and he just turned him. Buescher's got a lot of speed to the outside, down into 1 and 2. Has to pin it down to the bottom. Schneider clears Preece. Drove it in flat again. Lifts as he goes up the track. Buescher will make it through. Preece almost gets into the left rear corner panel now of Schneider. Backed out of the gas, but Buescher did not back out of the gas. Buescher gets through. For the time being, Schneider going to go to the outside of Buescher through 3 and 4. Going to try not to go into the dirty air. To pull out with some clean air. These lap cars are definitely holding back his lead, but at least he's still in the lead. The outside into 1 and 2. Thought about chopping off the 17. Thought better of it. Buescher moves up the track. He turns him. Buescher has turned the 48. Caution's out again. Caution is out again. Schneider has gotten turned by Buescher. That time he just stayed in the left rear and kept turning him. And Schneider had no chance to save it. The pit window is open to the end of the race. I'm sure everybody will pit now. Schneider's got some damage. And hopefully they can still win the race off of pit road. Our second caution of the day, as Buescher has just turned Schneider. He did all he could. He saved the car the first time. He was making bold passes, but cleanly. And Buescher just, I mean, he just turned him. You could see him move up the track in the middle of turns 1 and 2. Whether he got tight or not, probably got tight with it being the end of the run. Schneider still wins the race out of the pits. He backed it into the wall. Hopefully it's not too damaged. Oh boy, spins the tires on the restart. How did he save that to keep from hitting the 3 of Austin Dillon? And he's going to clear Dillon off the exit of turn 2 still. Oh my goodness. Only 6 cars on the lead lap now. Schneider still won the race out of the pits. Somehow. Logano in second. That was not a caution Schneider wanted to see. I know he won the race out of the pits, and everybody's good on fuel to the end from now. We have 48 laps to go. We restarted with 49 to go. Where's everybody at? I think they all stacked up on the restart. Oh, we got a crash. One car sitting sideways. It's Matt DiBenedetto. And everybody's pitting. Everybody is pitting. After the restart. DiBenedetto sits sideways. We didn't get a caution. Schneider, for the most part, stayed in the gas, got to the outside and missed him. Benedetto not there anymore. The next lap, he has finally made it to the pit lane. Schneider's going to have over a 1-lap lead on the field now with everybody pitting. I cannot believe that they pitted under the yellow and they're pitting again. Schneider should make it on field to the end of the race. Should. Oh, we got a car around! And around goes the 48. Oh, my goodness. Stenhouse was slow. We get another caution. Schneider saves it. Oh, my gosh. Schneider saved it. Did not hit anything after spinning. After Stenhouse goes around. Our third caution of the race today. Yeah, those tires are going to be done after that spin, though, so he's going to have to pit. So otherwise, he's going to be on older tires. But he was able to lap the field under the green, so if they take the wave around and stay out, he should still be in the lead, but I think everybody's going to be back on the lead lap again. Again, though, it looks like it's going his way. We get another caution, and he barely survives. First time he did back it into the wall. That time he saved it. Oh, my goodness. It happened so quick. I don't know what was going on there, but... So again, Schneider in the lead. Green flag. Back in the air. And now we got 40 laps to go at Atlanta. Not sure who's all on the lead lap, who isn't anymore. I mean, Schneider could be the only one on the lead lap still, and that would not surprise me with this game, but he shouldn't be. Logano looked like he was in second on the restart again. Everybody should be back on the lead lap. That, would have been otherwise, so. Probably the top six cars on the lead lap. Schneider trying to get away. Everybody on fresh tires. Nobody pitted after the restart this time, so, I mean, we're right back to square one. Logano trying to run down the 48 of Schneider, perhaps for the win if they are both on the lead lap. Schneider did not pull ahead by 2 seconds like he did on the restart before this. He's about 1.3 ahead of Logano. They're going full throttle along the top side in 3 and 4 here at Atlanta. 5 to 5.5 second lead. 10 laps to go. 3 wide lap traffic up there now into turns 1 and 2. Equal tires. Obviously, Schneider's got a much faster car. He's just going to sit behind him and hope that the leaders won't catch him to the end of the race. May catch him next lap. If not, he'll definitely catch him the following lap with 8 to go. Again, that 5.5 seconds is enough. It's going to get tight as well. Almost halfway through this tire stint. On top of it, going to make the car even tighter in dirty air. They are 3 by 3 in turns 3 and 4 now. Schneider trying to go full throttle through 3 and 4. He's in the wall. Got in the wall off the exit of turn 4. That's going to slow him down. Might have caught a little bit of dirty air with everybody running 3 wide there. He tried to run the outside. But because there were 3 wide instead of 2 wide, there was absolutely no clean air to be found. And he pushed tight into the wall. Now the lead's down. Again, it's fluctuating quite a bit on the leaderboard, so it's hard to tell. We don't know exactly how far back Logano is in that pack as well. On the outside through 3 and 4. Schneider's presumably caught these guys. Getting into turn 1 this time. They're gonna tap the brakes. Gonna be really patient. He's just gonna sit behind him. He's got at least a 6-second lead on Joey Logano. It will be enticing to pass everybody with about 7 or 8 laps to go, but he can't do it. He's just gotta sit. He's gotta just sit and hope we don't get a caution before the final lap. Big run down the front stretch as they side draft each other. He might be able to pass to the outside. He's got clean air. They weren't 3 wide in front of him. Well, he got clean air, but... Oh, he doesn't want to be 3 wide middle! No! He got turned! Schneider gets turned! Trying to get the car rolling again. No caution. And there goes the field, and luckily he is still on the lead lap. No yellow. He's going to coast it. He's going to try to get up to speed and coast it. Somehow everybody was a lap down. I'm not sure how everybody was a lap down, but everybody was a lap down. Very fortunate that was the case. 5 laps to go at Atlanta. No yellow after Schneider spun. Still trying to get up to speed in turns 3 and 4. He's going to go to the outside. Going to let this group of 3 cars try to pass him. He got pinched 3 wide middle down the backstretch. And he just got turned for the 2nd time today. And he is just taking his time. He didn't need a caution there. That would have hurt him. Somehow he's still ahead. I'd say the game has screwed us up as much as it's legitimately helped us in this race alone here today. 4 laps to go. He's in dirty air. The car's getting really tight. Side-by-side traffic in front of him. So much slower than he is. Obviously, the tires are probably a little bit more worn with the spin. But he's just got to be patient. Corey LaJoie, Justin Haley, they're closing in from behind. 3 laps to go right now for Schneider as they are closing fast. Schneider's going to go to the outside in turns 1 and 2. He's just going to pull off and let these guys go. He's got 4.5 seconds back to Almirola behind him. He's letting them get way ahead of him just in case they wreck. 2 to go. Two laps remain. Really just trying to get to the white flag, because then the next flag will win the race, whether it's a caution or the checker. Schneider's got really worn out tires. Almost babying the car in the middle of the corner, especially in dirty air. Closes quickly with the side-by-side traffic in front of him still. White flag, 1 lap to go. 1 lap to go for Keegan Schneider. It will be his 3rd career win. It'll be 3 straight wins, all in his rookie season. No driver in NASCAR history has won 3 races in a row in the rookie year. So pull out, he's going to make an easy pass into turns 3 and 4 on Justin Haley. That will be the only pass he'll attempt. He's not even going to risk getting underneath the Benedetto. Off turn 4. Checkered flag is waving for Keegan Schneider. And he will win in Atlanta. History is made. 3 wins in a row for the rookie. In his first 6 career races, and we still finished a lap ahead. How? And that tells me we had 4 cautions today. Okay, never mind. We did not. Okay. I was going to say. 17-second victory over Joey Logano, but still, like, that should not have happened. I'm not going to say we shouldn't have won this race, because the first caution we got timely, we were in the lead, okay, after cycling through the pits. Got back on even strategy, we were fast for a long time. Then we got the second caution, and we spun. And we won the race out of the pits. But either the 3rd or 4th yellow, one of those 2 cautions trapped the field a lap down. And for the free pass doesn't really work in the game for the fact of, you know, calling it as if it was real. I still say that they're battling for, like, free pass if there is a battle for it. But as you can see, only 2 cars finished on the lead laps. That should not have happened. That just should not have happened. And somehow, the craziness that this game withholds, we survive. That is just unbelievable. Schneider wins. There's a look at the top 10. Joey Logano 2nd, William Byron 3rd, Kevin Harvick 4th, Kyle Busch rounds out the top 5, Chase Elliott 6th, Christopher Bell 7th, Tyler Reddick 8th, Ryan Blaney 9th, Kyle Larson rounds out the top 10. See who all DNF'd. I don't think anybody DNF'd. Yeah, nobody DNF'd. But they all lost laps, an extra lap under probably most of the cautions today. I mean, again, only like the top 7 were on the lead lap after the first caution, even though we should have had 19 to 20 cars on the lead lap, because that was all I lapped. And then everything else was just it was a cluster to the end. But for one time ever that we have a cluster of a race, we not only make it to the end of it, but we win. Okay, Talladega in the custom schedule season would have been the other cluster of a race. We made it to the end, but that's because literally everybody DNF'd except for us. But no, in this race, everybody finished, and it was a cluster. Everything that could have went wrong, and we survived all the wrecks. And here is Keegan Schneider, the rookie in victory lane. He can't be beat. He can't be stopped. Another 50% race. We still have one more to the end of the season. Maybe we can win that one too. My goodness. This is just insane. Insane. There he was, helmet on and everything in victory lane. Oh, jeez. Dirt Bristol's next on the schedule. If you watch the custom schedule season race at Dirt Bristol early in that season, talk about a cluster. We're going to be lucky to make it to the end of that one, but I don't see us winning 4 in a row. I know I'm good at dirt racing and dirt racing games, but in this game in particular, it is not accurate. The car's like way too hard to handle. And that, like, stock cars on dirt should be the easier cars to handle, even though they got higher horsepower. than say an open wheel dirt car. And in sprint car games, I can handle perfectly fine. So the game's just the physics are just off. It's too challenging. Man, oh man, I can't believe we did it. Yeah, we'll take a look at the standings. Kyle Larson still leads the regular season points standings. And we are 28 points behind Larson for the regular season championship. 15 playoff points right now with 3 wins. Look at the laps led. Add 3 more for the win we had, or sorry, the race that I had to simulate to the end, which would have been at Homestead. We led 3 laps in that race during the middle of green flag stop. So 246 laps led in 6 races in our career. That is insane. We've led the most laps, I think, of anybody this season. I mean, we have to be the championship favorite right now. Have to be. Four straight wins for Hendrick Motorsports. Where's Byron at? He's got 134. Okay, so he would be in the top 16 with that win still. He'd be 13th with the win. So all the winners are in the top 16 in the overall standings as well. And in fact, Joey Logano would actually be second in the regular season standings. He is 12 points behind Larson. So Larson's got a 12-point lead in the regular season standings right now. Again, no stage points, so it's going to be harder to close, but because there's less points available for the race, only 40 for max instead. But it says 1 DNF. What other race did we DNF? Oh, Daytona, that's right. Yeah, the 500. And then we technically DNF'd at Homestead, but it's not going to show. So we technically should have 2 DNFs. 2 DNFs in 6 races on the career mode with 4 races, though? That's insane. Where are we at in the Legacy? Legacy leaderboard, up to 60, okay. I think, well, we were at like 28 or something like that after the last race. Yeah, winning definitely helps. It boosts that up quite a bit. We are... 39th. I think we're like 40th or 41st. So we did move up slightly. We're ahead of Quinn Howe. It's weird that the legacy points are all the way on the right. I keep looking like where it says championships and everybody's at 0. Like I expect that to be like the legacy point column, but yeah, we're only in our rookie season. I would think 3 wins in our career. We should be ahead of everybody else that has at least 3 wins, considering it's in our rookie season. And it's 6 races into our career. So ideally, where I think we should be, Dowell should be right here. Bowman has more in real life now. I guess coming into this, he only had 2. So you can maybe say we could actually be ahead of like Bowman and Stenhouse and Jones and those guys too. Austin Dillon, David Ray, Almirola. So we should be like 13th, ideally. Like you would think we would be 13th. I know we have way less starts, but and obviously the top 10s, the top 5s probably factor into. Okay, so maybe because of the longevity of some of these guys, we should be behind them. We should definitely be ahead of guys that have only been in the Cup Series for a couple years, like Christopher Bell, Cole Custer, Ross Chastain, Tyler Reddick. Like we should be ahead of those guys. Ryan Preece, probably Timmy Hill, and all those. Probably Bubba Wallace because he wouldn't have had a win at this point. Ty Dillon, maybe Daniel Suarez. Chris Buescher's got 1 win, but it was a rain short. We should, if you think about it, we should probably, based off of equipment and all that, probably still be about 22nd, 23rd. I'll give the longevity side of things to some of these guys, but the fact that we have more career wins than them in 6 races versus over 100 starts for a lot of them, that should say something. We are ahead of all the rookies, which is accurate, because again, we got 3 wins. Anthony Alfredo, Chase Briscoe, Austin Cindric, Cass Gralla. Yes, Davidson and Cody Ware wouldn't be rookies. Justin Haley would be a rookie. So those are all the rookies for this season, if I'm not mistaken. Obviously, leading the Rookie of the Year standings. locked into the playoffs. If Briscoe can't get in, as well as Alfredo or any rookies can't get a win and get into the playoffs or point their way in, we'll win the Rookie of the Year no matter what. So that's good. Man, 3 career wins. Let's keep rounding up. That's what makes the career mode fun, man. So you can just like overperform. It's awesome. Like, share, and subscribe for more daily NASCAR content. I will see you guys in the next video. If this comes out on Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Hopefully you had a great time with your family. If it comes out before then, have a happy Thanksgiving. And hopefully you have a great time with your family and friends. Thanks, everybody. See you next time.